Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the LG G5. It's here. I finally have it from T-Mobile. I did a pre-order and it actually got delivered 2 days almost before the device is supposed to be out on the market. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and do a quick unboxing of this little guy and check it out. This is TK. Let's go ahead and do it. Here we have the LG G5. This is the T-Mobile variant. This is the silver color and the 32 gig built-in storage version of the device. I picked it up and just got delivered, so I'm giving you guys hands-on. Haven't even touched the box. I barely got it out of the package and put it in. We still have the security tag sealed right there. Turning it on the back, this is the T-Mobile variant version of it. So what we're seeing here is the T-Mobile logo, LG Gate, Snapdragon. This is going to be running the 820 right here, HD voice, Android 4G LTE, and of course we have here just basically says that we're going to have a SIM card, lithium-ion battery, a charger, a USB cable, SIM ejector tool, starter guide, and terms and conditions. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open up this sucker. So we're going to go ahead and just break up the piece here, all in this, and that's all we need this knife for. Let's go ahead and put it on the side. See if that opened it up. Yep, sure enough. And here we go. Da, 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 da. This is, of course, just the battery module, the part of it. And it points us to the top that basically we need to open it up from this angle. So we're going to go here. And it pulls the tab there. Let's go ahead and open it up and go from there. Actually, the device is the other way around. We have a quick tab here that will be able to pull the device itself. Here is the LG G5, as we know. This is again the T-Mobile variant. The bottom lip and the entire unit is silver. We have the dual camera, 16 megapixel and an 8 megapixel wide camera. And of course we have the fingerprint sensor on the back. What we do have slightly different from last year is now that we have the volume rocker, as opposed to being above and below the actual fingerprint sensor, it's in the side. Otherwise, on the side here, we have a SIM ejector tool. We'll be able to basically insert our SIM card. And if I remember correctly from MWC, the SD card goes into the bottom lip, but I'll double check that. Let's go ahead and put the device real quick on the side, get the actual content of the box itself out. We have a SIM card. We're not going to need that. I already have an activated account. Information, this just basically explains on how to open up the unit itself. There's that button. Again, don't need that part. Don't need this paper. This is by far one of my anticipated pieces. This is the, of course, USB Type-C connector. And this is one of the differences that we have with the LG G5 over the Galaxy line that they came out at the same time. They are compliant with the USB Type-C, and we also have a power brick that supports USB Type-C directly on the side. It is a USB Type-A to Type-C, so you'll be able to use this with other devices, but it's intended to be only used with, of course, our LG G5. So what we have here is basically a 9 volt at 1.8 amp, 5 volt at 1.8 amps again, 9 volts at 1.8, or I guess the different variations of the speeds. I'll have to look at this a little bit closer. But other than that, I think that was pretty much it. There is no headphones. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the inaugural sliding out of the device, since technically they did a really good job of doing that. So we're just going to slide it out. Yes, the inevitable satisfying sound of plastic. What we do have essentially is that the battery is built into the unit itself. Normally most devices used to come with removable batteries, at least you used to have to remove them. Again, volume rocker on the left side, this is what we were expecting. There's a little button here on the bottom, which is what we will use to trigger to open this up. And there's some plastic actually covering the bottom part here. Let's go ahead and remove that. Before we fire it on, I'm just going to go ahead and do the ejection actually of the battery itself. Press the button, pull it out, and again, here is our modular device. Just as a heads up, if you ever want to try to do this, to actually remove the battery, it's actually kind of a jerk, almost like you have to kind of make, you're kind of making like you're breaking it. And I remember when I did this at MWC, it almost feels like you're breaking it, but the reality is you actually have to kind of put it in, and it fits. And then when you're taking it off, you hold it basically very tight, and it almost feels like you're breaking it, but it doesn't break. We'll go ahead and put it in, and then we do have a connector here, and then let's double check. What else do we have here? Not much. Let's go ahead and put it in. Other way. And let's go ahead and power up the device. While we're doing this, I'm going to get the SIM ejector tool out of the package. T-Mobile booting up. Android is starting up. It's updating applications, 6 out of 17. Interestingly, the SIM removal tool is actually put in a plastic bag inside the box. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and let's eject that SIM tray. So I take that back. What we have here essentially is the SIM card. That's where the SIM card will go in, and this is where your SD card will go in. Now, we are getting some interesting claims. They're saying basically this will support up to 2 terabytes of storage. But the fact of the matter is the most amount you can actually put right now with a SIM card is 200 gigabytes. So we'll go ahead and put that back in. Let's have the system boot up for the last time. Let's see how the different changes that we've had on the system. And as it's finishing up, let's go ahead and go through real quick with the specs. This is a 5.3 inch display. This is not a 5.1. So if you think about it, the S7 is in the bottom end, the S7 Edge is in the high end. To kind of show you guys a real quick comparison, here is the S7 on the, this is the S7 Edge. So physical aspects, the bodies almost look the same. But if I put the S7 next to all of these guys, you'll notice the S7 is a 5.1 inch display. This is a 5.3 inch display. This is the 5.5 inch display. And you can see basically, I'll just turn them on right now. You can see the gradual basically rise in screen sizes. Overall, performance-wise though, all three are running the same processor. What we have here on this device, again, we are looking at basically a 5.3 inch display. Resolution is 1440 by 2560. Let's go ahead and say United States. We'll say go forward. Roughly about 554 ppi, and it is an IPS LCD display. So that's one thing you want to make sure. We are going to skip this. We have a 16 megapixel rear camera with an 8 megapixel. What we have essentially is a wide angle camera, network, Wi-Fi, turn it on. We'll go ahead next. And then, no internet, don't skip. And then we're going to go ahead and log in. And this is just basically explained. We're going to go ahead and say skip, skip, next. I'm not going to actually log into an account right now. I'm just going to basically go through just to kind of get us into the main home screen. The other thing I want to mention to you guys, of course, we are looking at a 2800 milliamp battery. So it's not a 3000. It's not the same size as the, we'll say no tanks. We'll say next. And then, of course, keep going through. We have Android 6.0 here. So this does come with built-in with Marshmallow. So we're going to say skip. And we are at the home screen. Set up from an old phone, we'll do that later on. We don't have to worry about it. Of course, a lot of notifications. First thing we're going to notice, this is what we saw at MWC. There is no home screen. There is no app launch or app drawer in the app launcher. Fear not, though. This isn't something that is going to be a big issue because as we understand that this is basically something that you can change. You can go in and change the difference. So selecting home, we can go into easy mode, we can go to home, easy mode will include that, go back, and now we have the app drawer sitting right there, and then we'll be able to access it. Again, this is the T-Mobile variant, so we're using the different, slightly different version of what you would see. So we have a little shortcut here for contacts, dialer. Anyway, so we'll bring down the notification panel, let's go home. So we brought the notification panel here, we have the app drawer, the camera is in there, we have the ability of adding shortcuts, a lot of notifications here. Let's go here. We have Lookout, of course, calendar, update complete, and then in-call agent. We don't need to worry about that. Lock, voice care, app updates, all the good stuff. And let's go ahead and just say we're going to skip that part. Let's go into the settings real quick. I want to see the version of Android. Of course, this is the tabular version of it. So we got to figure out here in About Phone. And again, we're looking here for status. Nope. My phone, updates, software information. Of course, it's never easy with the way the LG UI is always done. Android 6.0.1. Of course, we can go ahead and just get the Marshmallow. Let's go ahead and play the game, see if we can actually succeed at this one. 1, 2, 3, go. Not even a close one. Overall, very interesting. The setup itself, again, you can customize in both ways. There's not much really as far as bloatware from what I can see. Let's scroll here. So we do have T-Mobile hotspot, quick help. Let me see here. Android Pay, of course, is preloaded in here. Calendar. This is just regular LG applications. And T-Mobile here, T-Mobile name ID. Very, very light on the actual, on the bloatware. Very nice, nicely done. If I'm not mistaken, the bootloader unfortunately is locked. The battery is very low. So I do need to charge this device. I want to see basically how it feels. Just a real quick, just kind of a hands-on, just kind of how it feels. It's a different feeling. Obviously, we're going from the glass feeling here. So one thing we need to remember is the power buttons in the back. So, and then of course, we have to double tap to wake up. and then we get the direct unlocking option here. But again, to unlock it in the back, this is what you have. Let's go ahead and open up the camera real quick. Just want to see the UI, and we're not going to geotag anything. Overall, very simple. Let's go ahead and look at the options. And of course, we have normal, auto, simple, and we of course have, let's go back here. This is the gallery, there's nothing. And this is where you're able to switch between the two different cameras. I hope you guys could see this. This is the, when I go into the normal 16 megapixel camera, and this is when I go to the 8 megapixel wide. You can see it just widens so much. Very, very nice. Looking forward to playing around with this. Of course, under modes, we have the multi-view. Gives us the ability to turn on all of our cameras at the same time. Front camera and back camera, and of course we can turn the different ones. We can go back into mode, panorama, snap. Either way, very, very nice. I'm really excited to see how this thing performs, how it actually holds up. The fact that it has a removable battery, I think it's already a plus. It does have an LCD display, so that's one thing we want to make sure to see how this thing performs. So as you guys saw, the device itself looks amazing. Now, again, it's been some time since I actually last saw it. I saw it at MWC. I had some hands-on with it there. I was able to give you actually some inside previews and some of the different functionalities within the different modules that you can use with it. I'll give you guys a link in the description below with the I think it's Bang & Olufsen. The actual DAC itself works with any USB Type-C connector. So I was able to test it out with my Nexus 6P. Again, I'm hopefully be able to get one of those again to be able to check it out. The device itself feels really nice. It's solid, it's a piece, it really works nice. The actual seams and the actual pieces here, even though we do have the ability of basically separating it and removing it, feels really solid. It doesn't really look like it's going to fall off. It's pretty, really, really, really nice. Again, I'm going to have some time with it. I'm going to have a chance to check out the camera over this weekend. I'm going to be going out of town, so I'm going to get a chance to really test it out and see how it works. It'll be one of my daily drivers. There's going to be this one and the Galaxy S7. So I'm testing out that one on Verizon. This one would be tested on T-Mobile. Again, very excited, very, very happy I was able to get this before I got out of town. I was hoping for it. Again, officially comes out on April 1st. Today is the 30th, which makes it ahead of time. Again, T-Mobile for the win. Always delivering on devices ahead of time and making sure that, people are happy. One of the other things I want to make sure you guys are aware of, obviously, is keep it tuned here. I'm going to do a lot of comparisons between the two devices. The one thing I forgot to mention when I was doing the hands-on is this is not waterproof. This is the one thing that it kind of differentiates it. It's not waterproof. It's not even water resistant. Keep it away from water. So if you're thinking about it, this is not the S7. This is not the S7 Edge. Don't try to play around water. Don't try to do anything like that. Let me know in the comments below some of the things that you guys would like to see here from the actual, LG G5. Pictures, samples, sound qualities, different things. I'm going to go ahead and get a chance to set it up and put my information on it and then post some more videos for you guys. But I wanted to get this thing out the door before, it just got delivered literally 20 minutes ago, and I just did the video for you guys. So like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. And again, I'll see you guys in the next one. Back. Today we're going to take a look at a set of cases that was sent to me by a company called Simo. And we'll go ahead and just do a quick unboxing. Nothing really very specific.